Hi, this is your Uncle Jonathan and my sous chef Pan, here to show you how to make the perfect whole roast chicken. Here's what you'll need. 1 5 to 6 pound whole chicken. Zest of 1 large lemon and 1 large lime. 1 tablespoon whole ground mustard. 10 cloves of garlic, roughly chopped. The juice of 1 lemon and 1 lime. 1/2 cup of extra virgin olive oil. For your aromatics, we have 1 Granny Smith apple, 1 white onion, 1 sprig rosemary, 1 sprig thyme, 1/2 lemon, 1 cinnamon stick, half of your zest, and half of your chopped garlic. For your dry ingredients, we have 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon dried thyme, 1 tablespoon salt, 1 tablespoon black pepper, 1 tablespoon paprika, and 1/2 teaspoon of ground allspice. Right, now the first thing I usually see when I look at any sort of roast chicken recipe is to liberally cover the outside and the inside of the chicken with salt and pepper. Now that's a great starting point. Unless you're planning on using any sort of wet ingredient like lemon juice, even olive oil, you're washing all of that salt right off the side. So where I like to start actually is by rubbing the chicken down with minced garlic and stuffing about half of your garlic cloves, your chopped garlic cloves, in the cavity itself, and then actually lifting the folds of skin on the breast, putting some chopped garlic in there, and then here's a secret. I like to use the tip of a small knife to make small incisions in the skin throughout the chicken, and then I stuff larger pieces of garlic in that, and that is just a lovely aromatic to have throughout the cooking process. Alright, so as you can see, you can use the tip of your finger to really loosen the skin of the breast. You don't have to pull, try not to tear the skin. I've already got some garlic in there, but we're just going to add some chopped garlic right into that little incision we've made into the skin there, and you can get that nice and far back. That'll sweat over the meat throughout the cooking process. As you can see, I've taken, literally you can do it with a butter knife or even a small paring knife, but you can make small little holes or find natural permutations of the skin that you can do garlic inserts on. So as you can see, I found one here. I'm just stuffing that in there. And then about half of your garlic is actually going to go into the cavity as part of the aromatics that we'll be putting into the chicken. Okay, now we're on to aromatics. This is a very important step just because it aromatizes the meat throughout the entire cooking process. So I'll stuff each of these ingredients, which I've already gone over at the start of the video, but you've got your herb mix, you've got a little bit of your fruit that you juiced for the rest of your marinade. We've got 1 cinnamon stick in here, and then an apple and white onion mix, which I actually use for my turkey roast. It's a secret that I pulled from that recipe. So this is a very, very good aromatic mix. Okay, so now we're taking our wet ingredients, all of them, the lemon lime juice, the lemon and lime zest, the coarse ground mustard, and the olive oil, and we are going to massage them. We're going to give our chicken a little massage with all the wet ingredients just to get everything nice and incorporated. Now we're going to liberally sprinkle on all of our dry ingredients, like this. Whoa! All right, so as you can see, we have all of our dry spices on. Now, a word of inspirational caution, I guess. So in my intro with the different ingredients, I talked about tablespoon of this, tablespoon of that. I am very instinctual about my spicing of any roast, pretty much. So it is to your taste, right? So if you like a bit more intense flavoring and spice, you add a little more to what I suggested. If you want really the bird to be the star, or the roast pork, or whatever it is you're cooking, you can dial it back a bit. So you'll get that with practice. But anyway, it looks wonderful like this, and it'll also really enhance the flavor of the cooked skin. So We are ready to roast. Now, I have my oven preheated to 425. There's a trick to that, so we'll talk about that in a little bit, but not preheating, but why I'm starting at 425. But anyway, start your oven at 425. We're going to put the chicken inside the oven, of course. I'm using a in-oven thermometer to ensure that when it hits that perfect temperature in the thigh, you see my thermometer here is in the thigh, I know when that reaches 160 degrees, it's time for me to pull it out because it will get the rest of the way to 165, just continuing to cook outside the oven. All right, here we go. And the chicken is in. So we've roasted, I should say, the chicken for 20 minutes at 425. This is going to give you an excellent crispy skin while sealing inside the meat all those wonderful juices and keeping everything nice and tender. Now we're going to actually go low and slow at 350 for the rest of the cook time. All right?
Good boy. Good boy. It's so clean. Good boy.
All right, so we have reached that critical 160 degree mark in the oven. We've taken the chicken out and are now beginning our resting process. The chicken's temperature will actually increase. It'll continue to cook usually about another 5 to 10 degrees, so it'll get well past that 165 safe to eat chicken mark that we definitely want to hit. Everything is completed here. We're going to cover it in foil. I would rest this for between 15 and 20 minutes just to make sure that when you slice and carve the chicken, you don't lose any of that wonderful juice. All right, well, Pan is certainly excited about dinner. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, J&M Productions. Oh, there you go. And dinner is served.